Hey Hornets, I'm Rosanelli Salguero, the digital and newsletter editor at the State Hornet, and today we're here at the CFA strike where union members are striking for higher wages, better working conditions, and benefits.
The California Faculty Association, known as the CFA, went on strike at the end of the fall 2023 semester and planned on striking for the first week of the spring semester. After the first day of the strike, the CFA and CSU reached a tentative agreement and the strike was called off. Here's our coverage of the only day of this historic strike. We had a chance to speak with the president of the Sacramento chapter of the CFA, Ann Luna, where she spoke about the main issues that led to going on strike and what they hope to achieve with these strikes.
So we're asking for a 12% raise because we want to bring everybody to a place where we catch up with the last few years, especially after the pandemic. Also, we have a lot of our faculty who are very poorly paid. Some of them are coming in, they're working full time, and they're still making only $55,000 a year. But a lot of our lecturer faculty aren't even working full time, so they're working at multiple different campuses, and they can't make ends meet. So we want to be able to raise the salary floor for them. So the lowest paid folks bring it up $10,000, and the ones who are at the $65,000 range, they move up another $5,000. So then we would put a 12% GSI on top of that. There's a lot of other issues though, like addressing anti-racism and social justice goals. One of them, for example, is having gender-inclusive restrooms. The same thing with lactation rooms. They never responded to our concerns about counselor to student ratio, which is extremely problematic in terms of campus safety and mental health of our students. And then another one is that we want to have our faculty be able to be represented by a union member when they have to meet with campus police.
Union members talked about why they joined the strike and what it meant for them.
What are the main issues that led to your decision?
There are a few. The first one is that management has not been making any decent movement on our bargaining proposals. And for years and years and years, our lowest paid lecturers have been getting not compensated adequately. And so one of the big things that has happened is that management hasn't agreed to even talk about raising the lowest wages for our lecturer faculty, who are the people who teach most of our lower division GE classes. And so it doesn't make sense to me that the CSU would say that they value education, but then try and nickel and dime the people who are teaching so many of these absolutely essential classes.
I was a member of the union for a long time, and the issues that my colleagues are facing now were the same issues we faced when I was an activist with the union. So things haven't changed. So I'm out here to support them because they deserve a raise, okay? And they deserve not to have their union or their profession disrespected.
Because this really is about all of us together as a collective. You know, I have maybe about 8 years left before I retire, right? I've been here 23 years. At this point, this is, yes, for me, but also for that future faculty to come. And I don't know how many students are going to be there that are going to be the future professors here too. So this is for them. We don't want them to be exploited. This is for those seventh generations to come. We want them to have the working conditions where they can dedicate themselves to them, to their families, but also to the students that they're with. We shouldn't have to be fighting this over and over again every single time.
Due to the strike, some professors canceled classes for the day. We asked students to give their opinion on the strike. After the strike was canceled, classes returned to their normal schedule.
I am in support of strikes as long as, there's people deserve to be paid what they're worth as far as, their labor. So CSU increasing our tuition for the next year and the teachers not being paid incentive or anything like that, they're not getting any kind of increase. I think that that's kind of ridiculous. If we're increasing tuition, then our teachers should definitely be paid more because they're of value. We wouldn't be able to learn without our teachers.
I haven't had any negative impacts from the strike, and my opinion is that I think it's a positive, I don't know how to explain it. It's just it'll create a positive impact, not on the teachers, but the students, because they're getting involved, and a lot of people at the dorms are actually involved with the strike and standing out there and holding like the posters. I think it'll just like motivate other people to speak up on their own opinions and, you know, side with the right opinions.
Thanks for tuning in. I'm Rosanelli Salguero from the State Hornet. Till next time.